Son, are you ready? We're gonna start our little VR. I attempted to type pole dancing into disc and not into Twitch, and it didn't seem to like it. But that's fine. Um, are you ready? We're gonna start with their performance, and we're gonna do the interview when it is done. So, are you ready? I cannot hear you. Son. I'm gonna take the music kicking in as yes. So I'm gonna toss it over. I'm gonna turn my mic and that off, and you're gonna get a little performance of VR pole dancing by my good friend Sun Gear.
Do you love me? Do you need me? Do you want me? Do you love me? Do you want me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you need me? Do you want me? Do you love 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 me?
Prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, would you do anything for me? Buy a big diamond ring for me. Would you get down on your knees for me? Pop that pretty question right now, baby. Beauty queen on a silver screen, living life like I'm in a dream. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal, though. To the core. Every day is a chore. When you give, I want more. I wanna be a god, 'cause I'm a prima donna girl. Yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, fill the void up with celluloid. Take a picture, I'm with the boys. Get what I want, 'cause I asked for it. Not because I'm really that deserving of it. Living life like I'm in the play. In the the limelight, I want to stay. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Going up, going down, down, down. Anything for the crown, crown, crown. When the lights dip it down, 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 I spin around. 'Cause I'm a prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say they are kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl. Hey, brother, what you thinking? Leave that on record spinning. You feel the rhythm going. Legs ain't got time to lay low. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Hey, mama, how's it going? Can see your body moving. Don't leave the party dying. Keep booty shaking, you know your head has no right to say no. Tonight it's ready, set, go. Baby, can you move around the rhythm so we can get with and turn around and get us a rock and roll round? Down, down, body, body, coming with the super hottie, let's go. So hello, baby, can you move around the rhythm? Cause you know I'm living in the fast lane. Speed up, it ain't no need. Just turn up all the things when I come up on the rest. See? Hey, brother, what you thinking? That good old sound is ringing. They don't know what they're missing. Legs ain't got time to lay low. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Hey, brother, listen steady. Put down your brick, you're ready. It's hot when things get messy. Keep booty shaking, you know your head has no right to say no. Tonight it's ready, set, go. Baby, can you move around the rhythm so we can get with and turn around and get us a rock and roll round? Down, down, body, body, coming with the super hottie, let's go. So hello, baby, can you move around the rhythm? Cause you know I'm living in the fast lane. Speed up, it ain't no need. Just turn up all the beams when I come up on the rest. See?
Well, I've heard there was a sneaky gent who yearned to be in Smash Ultimate, then learned he wouldn't be able to win. Who made the cut, the nerd, the prude, the never was, the always nude, the ones who'd never utter hallelujah. 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 Assist trophy, Waluigi. But baby, I've been here before. You opted for the pterosaur. Some squid thing showed up, and the fans said, "Booyah!" I said an echo would be fine, but you said too bad. Daisy time, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Now maybe I'd be way too strong. I taught the fearless all day long. But even so, who the heck asked for Pichu? Why won't you let me let my ace to punch some mascots in the face? Go assist yourself. Hallelujah. Whatever. Luigi will go destroy everyone and Mario Tennis Aces instead.
People can hear me now. I am now talking to Sungear after that incredible performance. I was just saying, kind of, we were talking about in chat that it feels like the future watching this, that there is a human being doing all that, that they have a pole in their house situated right where you're seeing it in VR. So when they're going up and around, which I don't remember if that actually made it on stream where people could hear me and my mic wasn't broken, but like I've done a little bit of pole dancing classes and it takes like it's really difficult to do from just like a physical fitness thing. So
Yeah.
big mega props to you on that. So what?
Sorry if it's picking up my heavy breathing.
Well, I didn't hear any of that. We were good. I guess we'll kind of start with that. Is what got you? As much as I'm going to try to say my VR specific one, so like, what got you into pole dancing in VR? Had you done pole before? Like, what brought you into it?
So I mean, oh god. So that is two separate things that kind of collided. God, right when VR was coming to thing, I kind of got into it. I got into like the open source virtual reality headset, which didn't take off, and kind of got fed up with that. Got a Vive headset, and like life kind of took precedence, so I had to kind of drop it for a bit, and then it was at the end of last year. I picked it back up again. I kind of did VR chat, it moved a bit far away from my friends. It helped get me some social. Sorry if I'm out of breath. Whew.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, here I'll let you breathe for a second. If we were when we did our media check, I could not stop commenting how much, because I haven't really messed with VR, and I don't even have a headset on, but like how much.
Yeah.
Watching you move around in VR is like I'm looking and talking to an actual living thing, which I technically am, but like
you technically are, yeah. So I mean, like back in like high school when the DK2 was a thing, I got shown, so I had a coworker. I was just out of high school, yeah, and they showed it to me. I'm like, holy shit, I'm really into this. And,
into pole or VR?
VR. I'll get to the pole.
Okay, because I was just like, okay, yeah.
So I get back into VR chat. And into VR in general, I got Beat Saber when it came out, which is pretty well known even out of VR.
Yeah.
And then I lost my job, and actually this was a good thing because I hated that job and it stressed me the hell out. So I do a lot of Beat Saber to exercise, and like I think I lost like 30 pounds that way alone.
Wow. Yeah. No. VR is a good workout. Or Beat Saber is.
And so I was going around in VR chat one day. And I see someone like, in full body, giving up a dance, a lap dance. And I was like, holy shit, that looks fun. And I kind of got inspired to do that. And like I started getting into that. And yeah, that was around like last year. I think in June, July is when I started doing that. And a few months in, I saw someone pole dancing. And I've always had, and this is where the second part comes in. I've always seen like parkourists and gymnasts and stuff have this amazing control over their body. I've always wanted that. And I saw someone in VR doing it. I'm like, hey, I'm in VR. I'm already doing stuff to work out in VR. And like I hate the gym for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
And it's already really expensive. VR's expensive too, but I already had it and I'm using it for other things.
Yeah, you've already invested.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. I only all I need is a pole, and wireless adapter helps a lot. Not necessary, but really helps.
What helps?
And like, a wireless adapter, so my headset's completely wireless.
Oh yeah. You don't want to get tangled up in wires while you're.
There are people that pole dance with a wire, and they're insane.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, like they've done flips and stuff. I'm like, I don't know how you don't break your cable, but anyways.
Yeah. Just constantly unplugging things.
yeah. So that's kind of how I started. My pole dancing was just like I want to have that full body workout and build muscle, and also in a format where I have like this external obligation that keeps me coming back. Because like if I don't have something that keeps me coming back, I'm not going to keep it up myself. I know me.
Oh no, I definitely
Unfortunately,
know that too. That's why it's like I need some sort
yeah.
of outside force, let it be
Mhm.
humans or video games, and some level of obligation. Because as much as I
Yeah.
want to get fit, I'm terrible at staying consistent with it. So,
Yeah, turns out gamifying it
oh,
helps a lot. That was Beat Saber. That Beat Saber was mostly cardio and arm day, and then in VR, I dance for a VR club, and it's a completely all volunteer based. I actually I've helped teach people how to like do lap dancing and pole dancing as well. I've actually like some of these people I've danced with. I've actually met in real life. The one person that has been teaching me how to pole dance, 10 minutes down the road from me. Like holy shit.
oh wow,
The
really?
yeah, the odds of that, right?
That feels so infinitesimally small
Oh
of
God,
happening, but there
yeah.
you go. That's a meant to be.
Yeah. So that's been pretty cool, and see that's how I got into it. Just like seeing people doing it, and like, it just sparking, like taking that little spark of wanting to have that control of my body, and just like here we go, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean we saw that in that performance. That's incredible.
Yeah,
And
admittedly,
knowing
I was like dying halfway through. I'm like, ah. Uh,
we couldn't really notice. I guess that's some of the benefits of VR is that we don't see your avatar you sweating and coughing really. We just see you performing and it kind of helps gloss
yeah,
those over. So
I'm pretty good covering my mistakes too.
a good performers are good at that. It's kind of rolling with mistakes. So
Hmm.
good on you. So I guess it's been doing that. So you've been doing it for a little over a year now then or around it, I guess.
Um,
Who
I
knows? This
started.
year's been so messy.
I joined the club in like June, July, and I started like actively doing the pole dancing when I got the wireless adapter in October.
So yeah, we're approaching a year now. So
Oh my, yeah. Oh God.
yeah, I know, right? I keep forgetting
uh,
we're approaching fall, and every time I think about that, it freaks me out
hmm.
because it means October. Like the all the embers and the months are coming up. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I wasn't ready for that yet.
I know, right?
But
Oh God.
what would you say is I wanted to ask you what the difference is between regular pole dancing and VR pole dancing that you found now, but like it seems like you haven't. I mean, like technically you're always real life pole dancing when you're doing it in VR, but like
There's more you have to consider. Like I was like, okay, I have to think about my tracker placement. I have controllers I have to keep concerned about. I have a headset, so it kind of limits you, and it makes you okay. I have to think about these things, and also you got to so you have to like line up your IOL pole with the world pole. If you don't do that, you're gonna wind up leaning on a pole that isn't there, which I've already almost did today.
yeah, that's why like as soon as we were checking in at first part, I was just like, hey, is your pole where it's
It's
supposed
habit.
to be so you don't get hurt?
Yeah,
Because we don't
it's
want that.
and like those are chaperone bound, so I know where my walls are. Sometimes it's a bit off, and sometimes I forget to fold my desk down because everything's wall mounted, even the desk.
Mm.
So I just have to. But basically, the entire room just does not really anything in it. So that's kind of the only thing you have to be sure of.
That's your VR. That's your VR room. That's your Imaginarium.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, basically, Ohado deck. That's
Yeah,
another way to think of
they're all pick your poison. Community, Star Trek, whatever other odds and ends you want, but
Yeah.
that gets the idea. So I guess how did you were you just when you found this were you just like wandering out like I don't know. I guess we're gonna go wider into VR chat. Like I don't know how VR chat works. Like were you just
Uh,
like wandering and saw this one day and were like I didn't know this was a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Is that
So
a is wandering into places like a thing in VR chat?
it is. So it. Sorry, let me
No, it's
adjust
fine.
you a minute.
This is something that I always got tickled by when we were doing our thing is that you just reach your hand out and you move an actual camera around and there's just
Yeah, it's
something
even
kind of
shaped like
awesome
a
about
tablet.
that.
It's even shaped like a tablet, which is even better.
Oh,
The
great.
real thing though is so you ever like see in a video game where something's like in the distance, but for whatever reason someone messed up and it's rendering in front of everything.
I got you. Yeah.
So like, right now I just have a little desktop overlay, just so I can see you, and it's doing that. You occasionally like come across that here and there. It's very rare, but like that is so off-putting. That's not even answering your question though.
Wait, what's
So
off-putting? No, I will sidetrack for that.
okay, so it's like, oh hey, so so this camera it shows it like a little lens, and when I go to change roles, there's a loading screen, and this camera can be like 2 inches from my face, and that loading screen is like, 2, 3 feet
Oh,
away,
because yeah,
but
you're wearing a
it
VR
renders
helmet.
behind it, but it renders behind it. So like I look over to that, and the loading, and like the camera just disappears behind something, even though it's in front of it, and my brain just goes like, what the hell just happened?
I can't even comprehend what you're saying. So yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds kind of.
imagine you're holding your phone, and then you, with your phone, turn to look at a building, and your phone disappears because it's behind the building, even though it's like yeah,
Oh, okay, I got you.
yeah,
Weird,
it is
weird.
really weird.
Man, I want to try VR a little bit. So,
And
okay, so
like in games, that's like, oh, that's real, but okay. But in VR, it's like it just messes with your brain. It's like, oh wait, no, but
because yeah, enough. I mean, we were talking about it a little before. Is like,
Mhm.
and this is, and you did it for social contact. Is like, I feel like when you're talking to somebody via like text chat or even like
Oh
video
god,
in
yeah.
voice, there's a certain level. But like watching it here, where you get the full body, you can look around
Mhm.
and like mannerisms. Like, I don't know why this.
Yeah.
Like, I could be talking to IRL you right now, and for some reason
Mhm.
it wouldn't feel the same
Yeah,
as this. But I'm not even wearing a headset, and I don't know quite why
yeah,
that is. But like, you've been
yeah.
steeped in it. Have you kind of does it kind of
Um,
scratch that itch, or like what do you what's
kind
your
of, kind
experience with
of.
it?
So there's a thing that you hear people talk a lot about when it comes to VR chat called them phantom sense or phantom touch, and it's been like, oh hey, I see this person poking me, and I feel it because my brain's convinced.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't get
yeah.
that. People get it to varying degrees. Um, that's something I don't really get. But occasionally, like, so the Vive ones, like these my controllers, most controllers do have like a little wrist strap, and I always keep them on. And if I have to do something, I just drop them. And there are times when I forget that's on, I just drop it, and it's so funny just to see it just fall away. I'm like, oh. Or like if there's like a table, and you think, oh, there's a table there, I'll just put my controller down and it just falls to the
But it's
table.
not a real table in your space that you're
Yeah.
holding a physical object.
So there were times when your brain, like, you don't really realize that your brain's convinced, oh, you're here. I think really when the best way you can tell that your brain's that convinced of it is when you go to recall spending time in VR chat. I don't recall me sitting down, or like when you go recall playing the video game, you recall yourself
Oh.
sitting down watching you play a video game or watching the screen. In VR chat, it's just, oh yeah, I was here. I was
As VR you in that space, you're remembering being in
yeah.
this club,
So
not
yeah,
sitting in the
yeah.
VR in the Imaginarium with your headset on.
Yeah, like this is actually the Void Club, which is a very popular club. And like
Interesting.
if I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, I was dancing at the Void Club last night, like talked to some people, and then some guy was drinking and passed out face first in the hot tub, but it's okay because it's virtual.
Interesting. I've never, admittedly, I haven't looked into VR stuff, but like I've never heard that before. That's
Yeah,
neat.
it
Gosh,
is. It's interesting, that's for sure. But to go all the way back to your question, I was like watching a guy. He does like a lot of VR content. I kind of, I haven't really watched his stuff recently, but
who?
the one thing that some guy, he goes by Disrupt.
Okay.
I prefer his audio stuff, but I'm glad he's doing what he wants. But one thing he said is in VR chat, it's very easy to find your tribe, and I think that's actually very true. Like you can go like, and like if I try to describe VR chat to people, it's like take the internet, sprinkle in a bit of for like old school 4chan of like real memes, and like there's gonna be some toxicity too. But that's anywhere on the internet, and if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. So if you go look for toxicity in something, you'll go find it. But if you go into VR chat to find your tribe, you'll find your tribe, and
Huh.
that's kind of the cool thing.
Interesting. I always get. I mean, this is an outside observer from both of them, but it always makes me think of Second Life. But this feels a little different, but maybe
Yeah,
not.
yeah. It's Second Life, but actually cool.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like as much of a. Not that people didn't go in and do jokey, reactiony stuff about it, but it seemed a little bit
Oh,
more
yeah. You can do that
grounded.
here. Like that's the thing. Like you can kind of do anything you want here.
But how do
The-
you
the- the app-
find things? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the interface? Like, where do you go? Is there like a
Okay,
big
so
world? Is there like, I know there's like instanced
yeah.
spaces,
Okay.
but is there just like
So
a big
so the two things
list?
to to note before getting into that is all this stuff is player created. So worlds are player created, avatars are player created. You can upload your own avatar. If there's an avatar that's public, you can clone it and favorite it, so you can always go back to it. Like that, what? Sexy Waluigi. I have that favorited for that exact song because
A
I love
real.
it.
Oh, gosh. I'm still
I'm-
oofing about that, even though I'm really happy it
yeah.
happened because the
Hey,
surprise.
I'm big goof that my one tracker didn't track, and it's just like, oh, we can put both of your feet on one tracker, and you're not gonna notice for like halfway through the song. But so everything like there are a few things that are made by VRChat specifically, but they mainly just do all the hosting and the back end stuff. So you can pull up, a world menu. I can't actually show it to you.
Because it's
but
UI,
maybe-
which wouldn't show up on the camera.
Yeah, there's a way I could get it, but it's gonna take me too long. And it will show like a list of worlds, and like you can search worlds. There's like worlds that are like, hey, these have like a whole bunch of avatar creator made, and also and like through that you can get the Discord info and contact and do a commission if you wanted like a custom avatar, but you didn't want to learn Blender and everything because it's a lot.
Is yours custom? Is yours?
Yeah.
Did you make it
Yeah.
or did you get it commissioned?
I I don't have time to learn this stuff, and
I had a feeling.
do
But
some-
you
I do
are a
solid
jack
work,
of many engineering. Like I've always known you to just. I mean,
Yeah.
you in VR that you always seem like you're kind of on the bleeding edge
My-
of technology in
my
a very
thing-
sort of
yeah.
odd, unexpected, but kind of awesome smattering of a way.
Oh,
So
thanks. The thing with
big
avatars is it uses Blender, and the type of 3D modeling it uses is very different to what I'm used to, which is SolidWorks mechanical stuff. So to me, it's like
'cause you have to build a
Okay.
skeleton. You gotta, like your ears need to be
It-
animated,
it-
to be
it-
your hair needs to be
everything-
jiggle boned and all that
but
stuff.
it's completely different from how I understand it. So my brain is just like, I don't have the time for this. It's heal, please. Help.
I'm gonna put. We're
But-
almost out of time. I just want to quick. We
Okay.
got a couple minutes because you said 2:45. You got more. I've got more, but I don't want to keep you longer than we already talked about. But-
I don't mind. I can go a bit over time.
okay,
It's
I just want to put it now because there's always a lag to it. Chat, if there's any questions you'd like to ask Sungear or messages you'd like to put send along, please put it in now, and I'll pass it over while we kind of go through this part of the conversation.
But either way, that's so like you can go through and like find different worlds. There's even random ones. It's like here's a random set. So like what I do, at least for like my own personal enjoyment, if I'm not going clubbing or anything, I'll just go random world hopping, see if I meet someone. If I see like you can drop a portal to some place, and some worlds aren't like public, so you can't find them. But if someone drops a portal to them, you can go through it.
It
And
feels like
I've seen some cool stuff. Like
it feels like
I've seen-
super
I've
old school
seen-
internet before we had Google,
It
and you
does.
just wandered
exactly
around,
what it is.
which
Like,
I
I-
barely remember, but I know is a thing.
It's honestly, it brings back that feeling because like I just like went world hopping. I saw a portal, someone just dropped down, and they went through. I'm like, oh, I'll go through, and I got to see like someone's like a work in progress of like Laputa, like completely built in VR chat, and like with like the airship and everything.
That's
Like,
cool. It
like,
feels
like, it's not a public world either. I never would have been able to find it. Like there's like some really crazy beautiful places that you can go see, and yeah, like it does feel very old school because it's literally just whatever anyone wants to create. So you're getting just the raw expression of just people.
yeah, kind of gross, corporation capitalist crap hasn't infected this. Hopefully it never will. Hopefully this gets to say this wonderful, weird, beautiful Wild West that it seemingly is.
Yeah, it is. I do enjoy that. Because I remember, like, I was into the internet very early on as a kid, so I remember those days. And like, this stuff just brings it back. It's like, oh yeah, this is what the internet used to be like, and it's just like all this random stuff.
Because
This is
wandering
really
and
cool.
exploration is like kind of my favorite things, and if there's
You could get lost forever.
because I always have, even in the smallness of like when I was Stockholm Syndrome with some other video game friends playing Fallout 76, and just having some burning to my stomach anytime we came across any other human, that I'd always have to, with my mic on, go up and be like, hello, how are you doing? And just like greet them and try to be polite, even though most of the time they never responded. But like having a not even a game, but a space where that's what you're doing. But
Yeah.
it isn't life where you're constantly like, who is this person? Like there's just something about when you're all on the internet that it's just kind of like, oh, hey. So how much does like a headset run you? And is the
God, it's been a while. I would, back until like just like last week. The cheapest you could have gotten would have been like an Oculus Quest, which is a standalone, and it's like it kind of, you can't run everything, but you can connect it to a computer. But that's owned by Facebook, and Facebook just made it so that you have to have a Facebook account to use your VR
Yeah,
headset.
we don't
And
want.
yo, that's creepy. That's creepy.
No good. No
Like
bueno.
we're already seeing patents about how to like display ads in VR headsets. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, here comes that
Shadowrun is
cyberpunk
coming for
dystopia.
you.
Yeah. Um, God, it's if you went high end, those the Vive stuff, which is hasn't been doing great. So right now, like the high end but still like decently priced is the Index, which actually has finger tracking. I don't have finger tracking, but I do really want. Yeah, but you can
I
like
like as you said. Then they got near each other. They specifically like.
oh, I did that. So for
Oh,
me, I
okay.
just have you can like make gestures on your trackpad, and so that's how I'm kind of gesturing.
Flip me off so Twitch will get mad. Don't actually do that, or do that. I
Um,
don't care. Freaking punk
I,
rock.
I used to be able to, but this is all I can do now.
Close
right
enough.
now.
Throw up the
Yeah.
horns.
I forget what the question was.
I was just
Are
talking
there
about.
any
I think
questions
I
for
just need to bring all that like my actual like how to get into
Mhm.
VR questions for when the stream is over and
yeah.
just to talk to you like that. But I guess what. I guess it's 2:45 now. I need a little time to. We got some time. I want to
Yeah,
keep you. I don't
got
know if you
time.
can see a clock because right now you're the one I don't want to keep because we've got a little buffer before our next thing. I gotta prep
This is
for,
more.
so. What
This is more important. I can be a little bit late.
What specifically calls out to you in VR? Like what about it is like got you into it? Maybe not what you are what gets you now, but what kind of got you to take that initial plunge?
Just yeah, it was just that exploration, really. It was just like, holy crap, there's like so much, like, and like these roads, like people are still updating. Like this has gone through probably like 5 different like huge changes. There's a road like that's just like a fan recreation of like all the different Miyazaki movies into one world.
Wow,
And
that sounds
it's beautiful.
incredible.
It's beautiful. And, like you can actually go up into Howl's Moving Castle, and then there's like that building for Spirited Away. Well, like you can walk around the building and it's normal, but when you walk through it, it changes.
That's really
And like
neat.
and it shows like the whole building with with like that rail track through the sea, and it is amazing. It's like holy crap.
Yeah, everything I have seen and been told about VR chat and VR in general has been kind of this incredible magical place. So I'm asking all the other questions. I'm like, how do I get into this? This seems really neat.
Hey, I mean, I'm available if you.
That's
you know,
why
if you find yourself in the area, that's all I'm saying. I'll throw you in.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I will say. So, like when you hear about like sailors talk about their sea legs, you get something similar with VR. Where there's 2 main forms of locomotion. There's teleportation, which isn't immersive but very easy for new people because
Because
it doesn't make you motion sick.
you can't move around in the space
Yeah,
that you're in.
and then-
because the space your
yeah.
physical body is in is not the same thing.
Yeah, and then there's the smooth locomotion, which is what you saw me do, but that can actually cause motion sickness.
What are you
But it doesn't-
what are you physically doing to do that?
Just on the trackpad. So where I press on the trackpad and how far away dictates direction and speed.
So
But, like,
it's your hands, not your feet. That
Yeah,
looks,
that's correct.
It's so spooky because your head is like staying tracked to the middle of the camera,
Mhm.
but your body is
Yeah,
moving,
it is a bit.
and you're
a bit
sitting, so
weird.
it's like extra
But-
spooky.
The way I explain it though is like, so the golden rule in any VR game is don't move the player without their consent. And it's like you're in a car and the car and you're a passenger and it moves and you're not looking outside. It's gonna make you sick. The trackpad kind of gets around that though, because if you ever notice that when you drive a car yourself, you don't get sick. The only thing that's different really is just your driving. So like when I first started doing the smooth locomotion, it was like gravity kind of like changed on me. It was like I moved forward and the gravity would kind of like move backwards. I was like I was falling. But then my brain started being like, oh, okay, when I press here on the trackpad, this is gonna happen and we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's just the,
so- and
the
like-
human
and then-
brain has a lot of weird
Mhm.
stuff wired into it, and I feel like VR
Yeah.
pushes and pulls on a lot of those things in the
So,
same way
like,
that like
So like
optical
motion
looms.
sickness, like especially when you start doing like the smooth locomotion, that motion sickness is gonna happen, but you slowly acclimate to it.
Neat.
I feel like people don't realize that, and like sometimes like your first experience might not be a good experience, especially like for the things like PSVR, which is like a great way to like kind of get an idea what VR is like, but it's as far as VR is concerned, the like low quality way, but It
Yeah.
like really kind of like shows you, but like a lot of people see that and it's like, oh, this is what VR is like. I don't like it, and like that halts. So I'm like, no, it's this
Oh,
amazing, beautiful thing.
it's
But
just
also, sometimes you also have to accept that some people just aren't into VR and they're crazy, but it's
or
okay.
their bodies don't like it. But no, I've gotten a little bit of I've gotten to try PSVR, and I will always remember kind of to your earlier thing of those like the phantom feelings or like the movement kind of
Hmm.
messing with your brain is that like I remember trying it for the first time of like kind of more legit
Hmm.
modern, and this is still now a couple of years ago even, at a
Hmm.
convention where somebody had made like a little like virtual like My Little Pony Ponyville, and
Oh God,
the
really?
moment of
Oh.
taking flight but then landing, like I'm just standing with my hands on a controller, but as I
Hmm.
landed I like felt it in my body, and like my body like I don't know, it did the movement like
Yeah.
I'm landing from coming up,
Yeah.
like I'm jumping down from something, and it's like,
Hmm.
but like I'm
Oh,
just
it is
standing there.
really.
I'm
It's
fine, nothing's affecting me, but it's just
yeah.
it's weird how your brain will just kind of attempt to fill in gaps, but now that what we see is not what we're necessarily where we are
Yeah.
physically, but in a really convincing
Yeah.
way is like
I would say like
crazy
occasionally like
wires.
my some of those like so like weird instead of like in those weird wiles cross I've had is like I was playing Fallout. Like I want to like Fallout. It's just not my game. I tried, but I was doing some movement and like I hit a wall. I was like, okay, I gotta turn around and walk away from this wall so I can keep walking. So I turn around and my chaperone walls come up, and I'm like, oh, there's a wall over here too. Okay, and turn around back, and then there's the virtual wall, and my brain goes, oh no, I'm stuck. What do I do? And I'm like, oh wait a minute, one of these isn't real.
Yeah, one of these walls is one of the both of these walls are not real, but in different ways.
Yeah, but it's like this one I can walk through and I'll be fine. This one I cannot.
This one is fake in the real world, and
But
this
that
one's
is,
fake in the
it was like
virtual
the
world.
weirdest like 5 seconds of just panicking because I'm stuck, even though I'm not. But
Interesting.
so like, so you've played Minecraft, right?
I've
Like
seen
like,
it.
but you've never actually played
I've
Minecraft,
never personally played Minecraft.
really?
I
Oh,
know.
there goes my whole metaphor. Damn.
Go for it. Is it a
No,
builder game or is there something more particular? I've seen
no,
it.
no. It's more like exploration, but of nostalgia because there's a mod to play Minecraft in VR, and it's
Oh,
really cool because you physically mine everything. But like I got Minecraft like when it was like kind of like becoming the thing like in what 2014, I don't remember.
that's long ago.
And but like being able to go back into VR and just like walk through everything was like mind blowing. Like and like Skyrim, like that has a VR application, a VR port, and they got once you get it nice and modded. Oh wow! I will say though, I put someone in Skyrim VR one time, and classic, Skyrim. It just like was yeeting their headset everywhere, and they got the motion sick.
Oh
And I
no.
was like, oh no.
No, but it's
Yeah, that
like
was kind of jarring.
going back to those old experiences with VR, because
Oh
and it
yeah,
admittedly it
and I
was
think that's a fresh new experience. It's like holy crap. So it's just like, oh, I'm here. Like I know this place, but not in this way.
or it
And
changes
be
how
able to
you're
like,
feeling about it. Because I
yeah.
got to try a little bit of in PSVR of Resident Evil 7, which is a first person game, and playing
Oh
that in
god.
VR is clunky, but it's a little clunky like movement wise because they still hadn't really figured out how to do VR
Hmm.
stuff yet. But like
Horror games in VR, I'm just like,
yes,
I
yes,
don't
it
even
is
like horror in
amazing. 'Cause it's
general,
like
but
I know what's going to happen, but just that constant like everywhere you look is this terrible, you know,
mhm.
mansion thing, and it just everything becomes so much more spooky when that's all you're taking
Yeah,
in by your
and like when it comes to
senses.
that immersion, your fight and flight response, it doesn't matter. It doesn't care. It's just like, okay, we're here. We need to get out.
Yeah,
And like I had that happen in Skyrim. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta run. So I turned around and ran right into my wall.
yeah,
Oh god.
you are a cowboy, an astronaut on a brave new frontier, sun gear.
Uh-huh.
Even if it's just you're just kind of dancing in a
Yeah,
club, I still think it's incredible.
yeah. I
Um,
will say though, like VR chat, it actually has a desktop mode. Like you can do all this exploring on desktop, and
yeah.
like, and it might, yeah, maybe it will spoil it, but at the same time, it being in VR is different. It's like a whole like it's
Oh,
like
a
like
billion percent.
so like if you want to like check it out like ahead of time, get a feel for it in desktop, like go for it.
Maybe if we do
It is.
another segment next time, you can give
Oh,
me a guided. I won't be in VR, but I'll be able to be in VR chat, and we'll be able to stream for Smooze a guided tour through some world or just adventuring.
Oh man, that'd be interesting.
I'm gonna mark that down. I'm not. That's I
No,
love.
I gotta make a playlist and be like, okay, here we're gonna go here, then here, then here.
I love this. I mean, this is I if I have not said it already, thank you for doing this. Like, I love
Yeah, of
being able to
course.
reach out to my friends and people I know for Smooth Stream, and I like having a weird variety of things. Of that we go from
Mhm.
like a cool art stream, and then we go into like this of a VR pole dancing thing, and then talking about VR, and then we're doing like a
Yeah,
talking about cartoons for too long, and then we're doing yoga. Like, so, and I appreciate you kind of being a part of this. So as we're running out
yeah.
of
Thank
time,
you.
thank you for your expertise. Thank you for your
Hmm.
your real nice dance moves and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully
Are
we'll
there
be able
any?
to have you on board again
Does
sometime.
Twitch have any questions?
No, a bit asked you to do a dance, so I don't know if your
Yeah,
take's still taking a break
we
or
already did.
exactly. That's what I'm like. Ah, give him a break. It's tiring.
Head up my Cash App.
Bit, if you've never, I'm gonna Bit. I'm gonna look. I don't know if you're still in chat right now, but if you see this is recording, maybe I'll clip it out if I'm not too lazy. Go try pole dancing physically yourself, and then come back to me.
Oh God.
It's hard. I have a place near my apartment that I went like 3 times, and I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm
nice.
so dead from. Cool, Bit's still here. You can hear me calling him out. I was so dead from other fitness stuff. It's just like I can't, and I don't have enough like physical awareness of myself that I can
Oh
get
yeah, like
up,
like
like
that's
because
that's the
you have to
thing
use
need.
momentum to get up. Your abs need to hold you there, which I also don't have, and then but then you also need to know how to move your body in IRL or VR 3D space to get into the position you need. Like, I'm bad enough figuring out dance moves on the ground where I can just walk through the million times and it doesn't take like a lot of muscle and physical effort to get off the ground. So 1,000 kudos to you. A big round of applause. Putting you over.
There we go.
What is that? What's that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a heart, but I
Oh.
don't have just a thumbs up, so my
Oh.
finger's sticking
No,
out too.
you're making it work. You're making it work. I
Yeah,
like
there
it.
we go. Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
I can.
Yep. Any closing remarks as we head on out to get ready for our next segment of the Smooze stream?
No, I don't.
Oh, well. Thanks for being a part of this, son. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll see you again sometime, and have a nice day. Take it easy. I don't know what you've got next, but you've definitely earned it.
I a 2 hour dance event.
Oh gosh. Bless you.
I
Bless you
take a
then
lot of
for
I
doing
take
this
a lot
for
of
us.
I
Thank
take
you.
breaks quite a bit.
Okay, good.
So.
Good. Well,
Oh God.
we'll catch you next time then. So, bye,
Alright.
son.
See ya.
See ya.